Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. And today, well, I'm going to start with an apology. That is because I am playing the Tier 10 American Fun Police itself, the Tier 10 American Artillery, that is the T92. So I can only apologise, this video is not for the weak-hearted. You may see some scenes in this video which, well, you can't unsee. So I apologise in advance. I'm not some artillery wizard, but I have a game in it today, and well, if you want to see the crew and equipment set up I use in this tank, you'll be able to see it at the bottom of the screen as I speak. As you can see, I am platooned up with Swindle 321 in Panda, who are both playing the Type 5 Tier 10 Japanese heavy tank. They were basically begging for me to play artillery, and eventually I caved and decided, okay, I'll play one game in it. But yeah, if you believe that. Okay, so I'm going to go off and going to try and get a couple of shots in early here. We managed to get 2 splashes off, picking up 500 damage early. I'll be honest, commentating on an artillery video is never easy because I'm essentially just shooting from the sky and doing my click, click, click. I'm going to try and do another click here on a enemy heavy tank. Hopefully reverse back, I might be able to get a shot into him here. Go for a HE shot, unfortunately it does miss. But I'm in a sort of somewhat decent position for me in this artillery because I've got 2 buildings, one to my right, one to my left, which somewhat can limit line of sight to me, and if the enemy team do get too close to me, I may be able to try and move in and give myself a little bit of cover. But an enemy Waffle E100 gets spotted, and I'm obviously licking my lips at this moment because I can definitely pen the enemy Waffle. I do connect it, picking up a first kill of the game. Unfortunately, the Waffle loses most of his hit points before I'm able to get my shot in there. But we do pick up a kill and take out a deadly Tier 10 tank. And at the moment, this game is still pretty close. Well, it is. It's 14 versus 14. I need to try and get these shots in to stop these enemy tanks moving across, and yeah, I'll get another nasty shot there. Putting it on to about 1,400 damage, and this is where you can see some sort of disgusting things coming up. Not too in a distant future here. You can see enemy light tank here. We're going to aim these 2 tanks. I can definitely full pen. I go in the middle hoping one's going to move into my shot, and it does. The enemy light tank, and I get a massive full pen on that light tank, putting us onto 3,000 damage. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that is just what happens in the Fun Police. But we're on reload here. We're starting to lose this game, and we can see an enemy Murat who we can pen also if we're lucky here. So we're going to try and get another shot in. Oh, and yes, so sorry, it connects. Click, click, click. We picked up a kill there, put us on to about 4,000 damage and 2 kills in 11 versus 11, so it's still a very even fight. Unfortunately, both my platoon mates in their Type 5 have been destroyed here, so it's been left to me and my teammates to see if we can try and win this one. Going to try and get a shot in and just picking a kill here, maybe finish off one of these one-shots if we're lucky. There's a few targets I might be able to get a shot in here, and hoping just to try and get a bit of damage. Unfortunately, I don't quite have the arc there to hit the other heavy move in, but we do get a splash in, putting us onto about 5,000 damage and 2 kills. This one, it starts to go a little bit the other way for our team. As you can see, it's 9 versus 11 now. We do still have actually more hit points, though, as you can see, than the enemy team. So although we have less tanks, we do actually have the hit point advantage at the moment. That means there's a few one-shots on the enemy team here. So maybe we can splash them and finish them off, and just try and get some damage in here. We're still in a good position. Like I say, we got shots. Shots are appearing for us, which is nice. And so far, it's been a decent game. 5,000 damage, 2 kills. But I'd like to be able to try and get more. I need to start killing some tanks to help out my team there. Went to finish off the 60 TP, but he got killed before my shot landed there. But the most important thing, he does get taken out. And we do actually take the lead in this game now by a couple of tanks. But looking at the sort of 9-0 line, I am slightly concerned they're going to win and start pushing towards me. But like I say, that's why I've got this building in front of me I can try and get behind if I need to. Go for a chancy shot on the enemy artillery there as he loses his spot. I do in fact hit him, but I only splash him for a tiny bit of amount and take his tracks off. But I'm now getting pushed by, I think there's an enemy Batchat over here and an enemy tank destroyer here. So I do have one sort of medium and a heavy tank in front of us. I need to try and hope they can keep them spotted enough for us to be able to get some more shots in. This is a game that actually does go right down to the wire. The enemy artillery gets spotted. He gets slapped there by our friendly tank destroyer. I do actually collect my shell and pick up the kill there, but again, I don't pick up much damage because he just got destroyed by our friendly tank destroyer. Otherwise, that might have been another 1,000 damage there. But we do pick up the kill. Enemy back chat is starting to be of a problem here. You know, I need to try and get some shots in. It's 5 versus 5 here. Take another little chancy shot just while I relocate to see if we can get some shots on this tank destroyer, which is starting to push over towards our medium tanks, because that kind of is a tank which is in a direct threat to my location at the moment. I need to make sure they can't get close to us, otherwise we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. So I'm expecting an enemy back chat to sort of come that way, but then enemy heavy tank gets spotted. 2 enemy tanks get spotted in the middle. I'm going to try and get some damage in these while I have the opportunity to. Unfortunately, again, that HE round wasn't fully aimed. Yeah, and I just went for the RMG just and hope it went in my favour, but it wasn't in that particular moment. But 5 versus 5, going to hope, can you get some more shots in? It looks like our friendly grill is sort of moved around. We've got decent map positions, I guess, but I'm expecting the enemy back chat to appear any moment, and he does. And I think there's a Sturv as well, which I'm not sure where he was, and there's another tank destroyer. I'm going to try and get a shot into back chat as he leaves, but he goes around this kind of a safe route, to be fair, and doesn't give me the opportunity to get a shot into him at that moment. Enemy Sturv though gets detected. Now, I opted to try and get a shot into this Sturv, but I don't know why I actually just didn't pull the trigger then. I think it's because I was trying to kill the back chat, just because I felt like the back chat was the biggest threat to me, because obviously he comes around and gets a clear path to us. Unless I shotgun him, he's going to be able to clip us out. So I was trying to finish him to get a shot into him. We do actually lead that one and connect. Unfortunately, we don't do a lot of damage to him. We probably only do like 100 damage to him there. But our friendly E100 is sort of kind of blocking the path towards me from that back chat. He's going to have to try and eat a shot off the E100 to get to me, or he's going to have to try and kill the E100. But the back chat's gone back round to kill our sort of isolated medium there. Going to try and get a shot in. I think I can't quite, you know, I need to hope for this Sturv moves forward slightly, and maybe I can just land a shot and finish off the Sturv. Again, not going well with my shots at the moment, and at this point, I'll be honest, it's 5 versus 3. I'm not too confident, if I'm honest. I'm thinking, yeah, with the back chat, I don't think I'm going to be able to win this one, but I'm going to do all I can. Now, our friendly grill, sorry, is getting pushed by 2 tanks. I am going to try and help him out here. I do get one shot in, splashing that enemy heavy, putting him onto a 1 shot. The Gorilla does finish him off, leaving him in a 1 versus 1. And he's done a good actual job there, running around that, you know, building. And hopefully the Gorilla could actually probably win that fight, to be honest with you. I have to turn my attention to this back chat, who's now pushing my E100. I do really need to land a shot into this back chat, because otherwise, like I say, it's going to be awkward. I think he's fired a couple of shots, but I imagine he's just going to come round on an E100 shortly. Enemy tank destroyer does get spotted here. Going to try and line up a shot, see if I can get 1 shot into him as he tries to move. I'm hoping he doesn't go up that little rock there. He actually turns left, as you can see, before when he loses his spot. So I pulled the trigger and we pick up the kill there. Again, he has no hit points, but we do manage to pick up the 4th kill, which is helpful, bringing this into a 3 versus 2. Back chat's gone off on the E100. I know he can't clip us now because he's just put the shots into our friendly E100. So I'm repositioning to try and get a chancy shot as he leaves. And oh god, click. Oh, that's so lucky. Put us on to 7,000 damage and 5 kills, and probably sealed the victory, to be honest, with that kill there, because killing the back chat's a very, very dangerous tank in these late scenarios. So now that tank's dead, it's only the Sturv, and we're in a 3 versus 2. But as you can see, we don't have a lot of time left on the clock. We've got 40 seconds and I don't have a shot at that Sturv, so I'm trying to move around. Like I say, I'm not bothered getting spotted by the Sturv at this point. If anything, I'd want him to start shooting me, so that means he's stationary, and then I might be able to try and get a shot in. But I think he's going to run, and with 30 seconds left on the clock, unless he gets spotted by our friendly grill, he's probably just going to run and hide, and I'm not going to be able to do much about it. But I thought maybe he would have sort of pushed around this sort of location, so I'm waiting, and then I'm just going to take a random blind shot at the end of the game just to see if I get lucky. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, it's looking very, very unlikely that we're going to be able to get the 6th kill. But we do, in fact, get 7,000 damage. If Sturv actually takes out our friendly gorilla, I go for a random chance slot, but we have 1 second left on the clock. And that is the end of the video in the T92. So how do we get on? We got 7,000 damage, 5 kills. We got some filthy shots in there. We do, in fact, get the ace tanker, and we get the medal, the gore medal there as well. So yeah, sorry about that video, but as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!